Hey guys, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video. Today we're going to do another video for our
Dead by
series.
Horror Night
series that we're doing, on YouTube. And so our next movie will be, the previous video we did the 1990 It. So this go around we're going to do the It from 2017. And if you haven't seen it, great movie, great scenes. It flowed really well, I think, throughout the movie. So if you haven't seen it, spoilers are coming your way. So if you want to watch the movie first, then come back and hear our what word am I looking for here?
You know better than me.
I don't know.
Well,
we're just gonna edit that out later. All right.
No, that's staying in there. That's totally staying in there. So what?
But so the director of this is Andy Muschietti. Muschietti.
Yeah, he directed in 2013.
Italian, for sure.
In 2013, he directed a movie called Mama, which was I didn't see it myself personally.
I have seen that movie. It was actually, the ending was really weird, and I'm not going to say anything about the movie, but I thought it was very interesting.
Was it like a psychological horror, kind of in the same vein as It, 2017?
Yeah, I'd have to, because I've only seen it once, and
what I was fishing for was whether or not that he was.
It was a little bit more. It was psychological.
I was fishing
really
for
like
was he
jump scares or
I
anything.
gotcha. Yeah, so like what I was fishing for was like whether he was an appropriate director, seeing that I don't really know I'm not very acquainted with his work. But
yeah.
that seems like a similar type of movie, I guess. So great choice.
Yeah,
on,
and I feel like this this movie already has there's already a story, right? Now there might have been a story from the other one, but I feel like he didn't really have. His story was set pretty much. I'm sure he changed a few things, but storyline wise, it was set. I feel like whoever wrote the story for Mama kind of fell short at the end.
I gotcha.
But
yeah, well, it's a timeless classic with
this
it,
one. Definitely.
And speaking of timeless classic, just to hit on that first story point, as far as like our analysis of It 2017, the story is very simple. It's it's some kids in the summer of 1989. They're basically bullied kids. They're the losers club or whatever, and they band together to destroy a shape-shifting monster. And this monster is just disguising itself as this creepy clown, which I think is, a really cool idea. It's like a demon that's taken over this town and feeds every 27 years. And Slice pointed out a really good point. The movie was actually released, the re-release of the movie, or the remake, was actually released 27 years after the original film was released, or the TV series was released, and I thought that was kind of neat. But just moving along, like to kind of a deeper dive into the analysis of the movie. Slice, how did you feel about the acting as far as the kids in this one? Because we did focus only on the kids in this movie. We really didn't go into the adulthood, kind of like the way they did in the 90s version. So what did you feel about like the acting, like as far as the kids?
I think they did really well. Oh shit, bing bong. I think they did really good. Because the first one, honestly, I feel like the old movies, they're very cheesy when it comes to acting.
Sure. Different style.
Whoop. Oh, what? God, that delay.
We got another Freddy here.
No, it's a wraith.
Okay.
And so I like the kid who plays Richie, because he also plays in another series, or in a series that I really like. So I think he was perfect for the role of Richie. He's like kind of a smart ass, you know. I guess the smart ass of the group, like
Richie was
clown.
the one that was from Stranger Things, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. The kid that I really liked, I can't think of his name right off the bat. I'm kind of trying to do this Dead by Daylight thing at the same time. But what was the kid's name that had the overbearing mother and who had asthma?
Eddie.
Like, he was my favorite. Like, I thought he conveyed.
Yeah.
There was a sense that the way he spoke and the way that he communicated, he was very, like, mature, kind of like a kid. Not mature, but the way he communicated was very much a kid that had been hanging out with their parents a lot. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, the way he spoke. Definitely. He almost seemed older in a way. And he was always the more cautious one. You know what I mean? And, well, like, he was cautious, not cowardly, I guess, if that's...
Well, you know, I feel like all of them acted very adult-like.
In a sense. I just mean, like, the kid definitely understood, like, his role as far as how he should act to convey that he had been hanging out with his mom a bunch. You know what I mean? I thought that was actually,
I get that. Yeah. I mean, overall, though, I feel like the acting, even the adults, you know, last time we talked about the acting in the other It movie, you know, the adults were very, I guess, I don't know, it's just, the acting kind of fell short. But in this one, the adults really nailed it on the head as well. I think overall the acting was excellent. It definitely made you believe that they were scared or sad or happy. You know, I mean, there's really nothing else more to say other than that.
Yeah, and so moving along, like, so one of the things that really I thought shined in this film was I'm going to combo cinematography and visual effects, and the only reason why I'm doing that, I normally would separate them, but the main reason why I'm going to combo those together for this breakdown is because they were very much one and the same. The cinematography was very well done. I personally, you know, I could probably go into more detail with it. I thought that the old version with all the tracking and the classic, like, 70 zooms and stuff like that, I thought from camera angle work and from camera work, I thought the old version was really excellent. But the thing about the new one was not just that it had better effects, but that the effects were integrated into the cinematography. And a really good point to make is, like, every time that Pennywise would charge the kids, it would do this weird, like, defocus, in focus thing. You know what I'm talking about? Where it was like everything was blurred and, like, shaky and really crazy, and it really heightened that tension.
Yeah.
That made you just, like, freak out. You know, whoa, he's invisible. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I did not realize this guy could be invisible.
Yeah.
All right, I saw him, like,
yeah,
he was like straight up Predator, and I was like, whoa. Oh, I cannot jump over. I can't vault over like a bench. Lordy me. But yeah, like, and there were these great sequences, like where like when the kids are looking at the projector when they're watching the old
I was just about to say that. That was probably one of my favorite scenes. It's just, I thought it was shot beautifully, and I'm very curious. So we talked about this when we watched the movie, how in the not the Hobbit, but well, they probably did in the Hobbit as well, but in the Lord of the Rings, where Gandalf is in the house of the hobbits, and, you know, they're all similar sizes, but, you know, for the sake of the movie, you know, they had to make Gandalf look really big, and I'm wondering if they did that in that scene.
Yeah, when he comes out of the, just so everybody understands what we're talking about, we know what we're talking about, but oh my God, this dude is on me like white on rice. But it's a scene where the what you call it, I'm sorry guys, but where Pennywise comes out of the the projector, and he's huge. He's like enormous. Oh God, this guy. Like
Oh, God damn! I was going the wrong way. I thought you went this way.
Yeah, I've just never fought this guy. This is some creepy stuff here. But no, like Pennywise comes out of the the projection screen, and just
Get off!
That's gonna be ass. But yeah, he comes out of the projection screen. And he's just enormous and terrifying, and he like stomps at the kids. It's a really great sequence. It's very intense. And yeah, so I think what Slice was trying to say was like maybe the way that they did that was the same technique that they used in Lord of the Rings to make Gandalf look bigger next to the hobbits, which is like it's not a visual effect in the sense that there was any kind of compositing done like graphically, but it's an actual camera trick where there's no visual effect. It's like they just literally put one person closer in the foreground and then the other people are actually in the background, and they tune the camera to make it look like, with the focus, to make it look like they're on the same plane, but they're actually at different planes. And it actually looked like that was how they did it, and which is really cool.
If they did, bravo.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's such an awesome like, I guess it's really just a trick. Like it tricks your mind, you know. It's really cool.
Well, you can't. You don't see the seams. It's not like another really visual effect cool. where you see the seams, like where it's like, oh, I can tell that's computer animated. It's still a real thing.
Yeah.
But it's just done in a way that looks fantastic, and
yeah.
I mean, and moving along, and again, like, you know, we're probably gonna talk a little bit more about the comparisons, or at least give like I mean, you really can't. Me and Slice was discussing this yesterday. You really can't compare the movies because they're done at such a different time, and they were such a different type of film, actually, even though they're the same story. But we're probably going to talk a little bit about the comparisons, so I don't want to dig too much. But the music in the new film was excellent. I did love the original score for the 90s one, but this one just definitely was superior. The music overall, it was never overbearing, never too loud, never too on the nose. It was just kind of there, and it tied the scenes together nicely. When things were intense,
you know, honestly, I don't really pay attention to the music that much. Like, obviously in the moment I do, but when it comes to like thinking back, I can't really recall the music.
What we'll do is we'll watch a movie. There's two movies I can show you that have no music in them intentionally, and you will notice the difference massively. Music, if you're not thinking about it or whatever, you're still subconsciously affected by it. It's a huge aspect of that builds tension in scenes, adds emotion in scenes. But yeah, I mean, if you weren't thinking about it at the time enough to give an analysis, that's understandable. But definitely the music in the film was
I'm gonna have to start paying attention more to because, you know, obviously you've been into the kind of the film industry, so I guess you notice more of those small details versus, you know, a normal person that just watches the movie. They probably don't pay attention to the music as much as some other people would.
Definitely,
you know?
and that was sort of why I made sure to focus on it.
You know.
Yeah, because
I could tell you the acting. I could tell you, you know, the scenes and what they look like, the cinematography. But as far as the music, you know, it's just, I guess you're so used to having that music into a movie. It would be kind of weird to have no music at all and just it be like, you know, white noise in the background.
Yeah, and
I just feel like it'd be so awkward and like naked.
And there's movies
God,
where
I don't know.
where the scene, like, there's music's like a John Williams score. It's like, you know, he does motifs.
Oh, John Williams, Jesus.
Yeah.
That dude is so cheap. I want you to know, and I want you to go look up a video of John Williams and all of his music. So I know he's done Superman. I know he did Jaws. He did. Oh man, I'm like losing it right now. Was it Star Wars that he did?
Yeah, I do believe. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you look up on YouTube John Williams and his music, if you listen to, it's like Indiana Jones. He did Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
If you listen to them, he literally pretty much copied his own music. So if you listen to like Superman, and then you go to like Indiana Jones, there's literally the same notes, like the same rhythm, but he literally just chopped it up and moved it into different spots. It will blow your mind. Like I don't mean to go way off subject, but I just had to tell somebody this. He literally just is using the same material from one song, chops it up, and then just throws it. He's like throws it in a basket and just picks one out, and he's like, okay, that's the beginning. And then he just.
I know what you mean by
it's crazy.
I don't accept the concept that he's cheap, and the reason why I say that is you could take a band like AC/DC, right? It's like how many fucking AC/DC songs have the exact same drum beat, right? But it's good because it works, right? And I think I see John Williams that way, but you are right. He definitely, and the reason why that he does a lot of that, I think, is because the types of if you watch Indiana Jones and you watch Star Wars and you watch some of those other films, it's like those films have similar emotional beats, right? They have similar like rising and falling action. So, why not if you have a perfect chord progression and you just change a few things around, why wouldn't that be a good thing, or why wouldn't that work?
I guess, but I just thought it was hilarious.
He's banking on doing a half-assed job. He made like one good thing, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm not going to try."
He's like, "Oh, I can't think of anything." Wait, hold on.
Let me go back. Yeah, I can't. I actually know this. Like when you started talking about it, I knew this. And I don't fault him for it. I think John Williams is an excellent.
No, he is. I really like a lot of his. Obviously, Indiana Jones.
Classic.
Superman. It's just classics. Classic sounds. Classic. Like if you hear that now, you'd be like, oh shit, that's fucking Indiana Jones. So it's.
But yeah, I guess what I was getting at here is like that's the type of soundtrack that you like even a casual listener, as far as like paying attention to music, would understand a John Williams score, because he does motifs like dun 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 dun, dun. That's the Empire's theme, right? You know what I'm saying? Like like not every movie goes for that, and definitely just so that everybody understands, it did not have a score like that. Its score was more tonal and and more, but it did have classic elements though. It just didn't really, like each kid, at least not to my knowledge, and I could be wrong about that, so if anybody is watching and wants to correct me on this, it didn't strike me as to where it had motifs in it. It just seemed like there was just the music just rise and fell with the action, and had a classical kind of feel, almost like the old one, but to me better. And again, like moving right into like comparing the old one and the new one. Slice, what's your verdict? Like, and we'll start broad, and then we'll kind of like we'll go deeper into it. But like, what if you had to say which one do you think was better? And this isn't an indictment. We if you watch the other video of our 1990s version, we show some love on that, and I know we both enjoyed the heck out of it. But if you had to say, gun to head, if you had to say which one is better, what's your verdict? Did you say
heck?
No, did I? I thought I said gun to head. Gun to head, is that what I said?
No.
Oh, shit.
No,
I said gun to heck? Jesus. Breathe there.
Gun to heck.
Gun to heck. No, but which one would you?
That's our new language we're working on.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
But
the clicking noises of the African. Oh, I'm super excited about that.
Oh God! Why are you standing still?
Gun to head.
So
verdict. Which one is better, or which one did you enjoy more?
Okay, so you can't beat a classic. I mean, that's just what I believe in. You know, any horror movie, just any classic movie, really. I mean, it doesn't have to be horror. They're just all really good, but just like kind of like a cult classic. But I'm gonna have to go with the 2017 version. The only reason I say this is because, this is based off a book. If nobody knew that, Stephen King's It. And even Stephen King himself said that this one was a better depiction of the book. And also, I feel like this Pennywise in this movie was just way more horrifying. 1990s, he was a clown. He acted just like a clown, and he was a clown. But I feel like there's, the deeper side to it is that he's this alien. He's this thing. It's this just creepy, like, morphing fucking Power Ranger, and well, I can't heal you. Okay, there we go. So I just feel like this version has that more horrifying style to it. So what do you think, Synge? What's your verdict on the subject?
It's hard because I believe it's a difficult comparison, mainly because
it is.
Because we haven't seen the next chapter, right? So the It from 1990s.
This is true. We pretty much just watched half of the new version, really.
Yeah.
If you think about it that way.
And so by default I just have to go with you as far as like the 2017 version just being a better film. You know what I mean? Yeah. There was.
I mean, and we're not dogging the 1990 at all. Like, we both. I love it. You just can't. I said you can't beat the classics, but it's just that I don't know, man. It's really hard. It's really hard to put them together. It's like apples to oranges. You just can't.
I can say conclusively,
really can't compare them.
I can say conclusively that I believe Tim Curry as Pennywise was vastly superior. That's just my opinion. I do think that the new movie was awesome. Like, I would never say like it was in no way a bad offering as far as like, and again there's more to go though. There's a lot more to go because if you look at it, if you really think about it, the Pennywise was way more terrifying to the kids because he could elicit that fear in the early ones. He really got very strange and clowny when he was dealing with the adults, right? Because the kids, they were working through learning how to not believe in the fear, right? Not believe in his tricks. You know what I'm saying? They were learning that. But when they were older, that's when he really started messing with their heads. So you can't really say at this point, well, is the new version not as good as Tim Curry? Because it's down to taste, right? So my taste is that a clown is not just creepy. A clown isn't supposed to be creepy at all. The clown is creepy because he's a grown man that's acting like a child. And that offsets, people. That's a bizarre kind of, that puts people in a bizarre space, and that's where the whole creepy clown came from. That's not something that Stephen King created. That's something that he was like, that is something I could really work with, right? And so I just thought that Tim Curry was better, or I enjoyed his performance better. But again, that's predicated on that we've only seen part of the film. So
fuck. This Huntress is good.
Yeah, she's very good. She rocked my ass.
She's fucking nailing me. Oh, in your ass?
No, like kind of on it, not really in it.
Oh, on it. So
Remember,
she's like tame on it.
No, well, she's got an innie, not an outie, so that would be, that'd be difficult to go in. But she could put it on.
This hook isn't even in me. It's like resting on my shoulder.
I'm gonna try to get you, but I hear stuff going.
Somebody's getting me.
Okay, excellent. Oh, she's right behind y'all. Damn it. I'm gonna break off and go see if I can get some general action going. But by no means, if I'm saying that Tim Curry was better, I'm not saying that the new one was bad. Slice is absolutely.
Bill Skarsgård
yeah.
Played the new It, and he's actually comes from a big family that acts. I think he has some brothers that acts. His father does acting, so.
And
So he comes from a acting family, which I think is pretty cool.
He was a sillier when he was the clown. The way he played it, he was kind of sillier, and I thought that was really cool. That was creepy. And whenever he was going crazy and rushing the kids and stuff, that was terrifying. It was really awesome how they pulled that off. As far as cinematography, I'm going to drill a little bit deeper. I just thought that the classic like with all the tracking shots, it was really cool and ahead of its time. And so I felt like the cinematography in a whole. I'm watching you juke this guy. I thought the cinematography on the old ones were just excellent, just phenomenal. And the new one was more basic, and again, that has a lot to do with the tone of how they're pulling off, making all those effects work, right? So it's a trade-off, right? So in the old one, the cinematography, the camera work to me was better, but the visual effects were better in the new one. And I think that to be honest with you, for a movie like this, the visual effects need to be awesome. Like the spider
Definitely.
at the end of the older one was just. I mean, I literally laughed. And again, I'm not laughing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for the time they did a fantastic job, but it just doesn't stand up. I could see the new It, the 2017 It, standing up for a little while as far as how good the effects were.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's. I thought it was cool how they created that spider, like how they created things. But it's just like you said, once you get older and newer movies come out and everything, and you start seeing like green screens everywhere, and it's just easier to make those kind of effects. It's laughable when you go back to the older movies. It really is. I mean, it's not dogging them by no means.
No.
It's just how it is. Like you go watch Friday the 13th, or the first Michael Myers movie, I mean, it is laughable. It's funny, the things they say, the things they do, the way they show the scenes. I mean, obviously, the older movies, they have to do better at the camera angles, I think, versus now.
Yeah, I think I'm dead. Struggling.
Well, you still got 2 people. Let's see what they're doing.
I got some significant.
Fucking up generators.
If you can get me, that would be awesome. I'm struggling.
Huh?
I'm struggling. If you can come get me, I'm on my second.
I'm dead.
Oh fuck! I didn't realize you were dead. Shit. I'm gonna die.
You have somebody coming to get you. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much all I think we have to say about it. We're gonna finish this game out. Hopefully, Synge will make it.
I'm highly doubting that.
Kate's coming to get you right now. Actually,
that would be fantastic. They're both coming. It's like,
yep, she's right here.
The cavalry has arrived. Kate, thank you. Kate, thank you. Can I get a kiss? Oh, I'm a chick. Yeah, she's probably heterosexual. All right. It's really a dude. So
that gen's almost done in that building right there.
I got some significant progress on that. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up before I start healing. I really should heal though.
You might want to run. You hear her? I'd heal.
Okay, I'll run and heal.
No, just go in that corner over there to your left. Or right there. Right there is good too.
Figured maybe if she was going to come buzz by the building, she wouldn't hear me healing as much.
Yeah. Shit, Synge is teaching me a lesson right now. I'm fucking potatoing. And so now that we're kind of in a, I wouldn't say a lull, but you know, we went over both the It movies. If y'all want to give us, you know, a recommendation on what horror movie to do next, we'd really appreciate it. Y'all are the one that's really driving this YouTube channel, so just let us know if you have anything. Leave it in the comments. Like the video, hit the bell. We got an Instagram, we got a Facebook page, and we also have Twitch, and they're all Slice and Synge. So check them out. Oh no!
Yeah, she's gonna.
That person's dead.
She's gonna be coming right for me.
Yeah, if you pop that gin, or if she has. That wasn't her.
Oh, wasn't? I hear her.
Okay, so the difference about the Huntress, if you haven't noticed it already, is that you can actually hear her hum, and you can actually know where she's coming from. Have you noticed that yet? Like turn around, like turn to your left, and you hear her on your other earpiece. Like she has that hum to where you can pretty much pinpoint which direction she's coming from. Which is like one of the bonuses of, oh, don't do that. Now she knows where you're coming. If you vault over something really fast, the killer gets a notification.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You know what we need to do? You need to do a game as the killer, because you need to realize like what actions make the survivor. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck, she sees me.
Oh shit, she saw you. Run. No, not that way though. That was the horrible way. Unless you can make it to that pallet. Drop it. Nice. Hell yeah. Now, ooh,
fuck,
dodge.
Forget about that.
Oh.
Shit, I forget about that.
You know, you don't look behind you at all while you're being chased, and I understand why, because it's kind of hard to.
Well,
no,
I was right there. Well, I learned a lesson right there. That shit was auto-aimed as fuck.
Yeah, there is a slight auto-aim to it, but the boxes, like the hit boxes, are very, very squirrely.
Yeah, she was. I would have thought, because I thought I dodged to the left and got behind that wall, but not the case. That was a fun game, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We had a good little back and forth there. I was able to get that generator right off her. But yeah, it was guys. It was fun. I guess we're gonna cut this thing off, and we're gonna catch you guys next time. I hope we get some suggestions on what we're gonna do as far as the next movie. I've been having a lot of fun with this particular series. I think it's I was talking to Slice when I went to visit on Friday to get this thing going. But I was saying that, you know, we've been bouncing around and doing a lot of stuff, and this has been kind of the thing that we've been a bit consistent with. So hopefully everybody's enjoying it, and hopefully you guys can give us some suggestions, and it's been a great time. So we'll catch you on the flip side.
All right, guys. Take care.